Josh Schiffer. He's an attorney whose firm represents some of the Epstein victims. Josh, thanks for coming on. This is sad. Your initial reaction to this news as we're still trying to piece together what exactly happened here, because she did have quite an impact on this conversation regarding Jeffrey Epstein and others.
Absolutely. The case wouldn't have existed without the input, her cooperation, her bravery at the beginning, inspiring so many other people to come forward. Remember, this is years and years in the making, and it wasn't all hidden behind the scenes. Like we think about, these were public prosecutions. These were issues talked about. These parties were attended by so many famous people. So it was really out in the open. But she inspired people to really come forward, and her loss will hopefully be a marker and almost an inspiration for people to calling attention to the epidemic that is sex trafficking, that is the international sex industry. This is an issue that still persists. It changes its form all the time, and it exists all around the world. This just happened to be a really prominent example of something that people are now seeing happens all the time.
There was something very strange that happened just a few days ago, though. So she posted on Instagram that she'd been hit by a bus, that she only had a few days to live, and many online accused her of not telling the truth. Even Prince Andrew weighed in. That's a weird thing to happen right before she dies, apparently by suicide, right?
It's a very challenging final note. She was involved in this vehicle wreck. She then was very public about the fact that she was given 4 days to live. And needless to say, that didn't transpire. And there's a lot of questions about the injuries, how they happened, what happened exactly. She was released from the hospital. There was a lot of coverage in Australia about her. She's got a little bit more celebrity down there necessarily than here in the United States in the West. So really, they were following up, and just 1 week later or 2 weeks later, this happening. We don't have details about exactly the cause of death. There's just this statement that's been made by the family. I'm sure people are scratching their heads and asking questions just because of the associations that she had. And it's clear she suffered a lot of trauma. She had not just suffered at the hands of Jeffrey Epstein, but she'd also been a voice and a victim for other domestic violence issues. And that's really the lasting message that I hope people carry away from this tragedy, is that domestic violence, it doesn't just stop. It's something that can sit with you, and your victimization can last for years. Post-traumatic stress disorder is very real, and we're realizing that with tragedies like this.
There was one word in that statement from the family that I think resonates, and you just hit upon it: lifelong. Lifelong. And that idea of what accusers and sexual assault survivors go through, it's a real consequence. And again, we're still just reacting to this breaking news. We're trying to piece it together. We're trying to piece together what we can make from this statement. But unfortunately, as we heard, I was talking with Leland Vittert about it just a moment ago, this is just going to spiral into a lot of different theories, a lot of different conspiracy theories, and this is going to reignite the conversation, maybe in some good ways and maybe in some bad ways. And I'll give you the final thought on that, Josh.
Yeah, let's just hope for the best. You know, when we have a loss like this, when there's something that's so big, let's hope that it serves for some good.
Joshua Schiffer, thank you so much for taking the time. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Have a great night.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.